Well, hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Brandon Wheeler. I got strong enough because when I was in the army, I had heat stroke thing. Can't talk right unless I bite down on something. Moving on. It's not like that, than that. So just something to help talk. All right. If you're not familiar with my channel and everything, I do some games and everything like that. And I'm also not upcoming indie author. I am an indie author. I have two books, part of a fantasy series called A Tale from Zetas. We have The Blowing of the Lilacs and Memory of the Wanderer. And I have a third one on way, but there was a little bit of a delay because I realized the cover was too small, and I could either try to make it even smaller with the text or add to the book because it needs more pages. I've decided to add, so I got more to write. But hopefully I can get it out in April. But it's pretty close. I've posted some previews here and there, and you could see what the cover looks like. Alrighty, but the other day I go to college, and part of the creative writing club they wanted to do a indie author event where they talk to indie authors and just ask questions and everything like that. Me being available, I joined. They asked me to do it, and I did. And they reached out to try to get some other indie authors, and we got a hold of one, Miss Andrews, K.E. Andrews, and she came by and we were just asked questions and we talked about our writing experience and everything. And I also talked with her and got some ideas of stuff like Vistaprint, different website stuff to use. I'm like, oh, okay. Um, the event itself went fine. It's just that the second question that was asked, and and you're just, like, why did you want to start writing books? What do you think about this? What is your writing process? I forgot what the second question was, but the second question, I, for some reason, I started talking and I kept going and I didn't know where I was going. And once I finally was done, I was like, what the heck did I just say? I was just like, it felt like that Michael Scott meme is like, I was talking and I didn't know where I was going. I kept going and going and wasn't leading anywhere. At least to me, it felt like that. I even told my professor afterwards, like, yeah, that second question, I got lost for some reason. I don't know why, but I did. It was a little embarrassing on that, but other than that, the indie author we brought, Miss Andrews, she was much more used to this. She's done several things like this before, which is great. She's more experienced in this. She has more books and everything. And I got one of her books, but I won't show it yet because I want to finish reading it and then I got to make a book review of it. But I this is the first time of live talking and everything because I've been to a couple areas where they have indie authors trying to sell their books, hand out cards and everything like that. I've made myself some business cards, aka like challenge coins, poker chips. There's a little preview of what the third book might be of, but these are basically what we use for business cards for now. I learned some things with that. Um, Writing wise, it's just I have several things in works, but as far as that event and everything, it was like okay. I know I was kind of tired because working and everything, and I was very tired with stuff, but so I didn't mentally get to prepare as much as I would like. But sometimes you just gotta go with it. But it definitely taught me. I was nervous, and I was definitely it was definitely an experience. You just think it's just a small crowd that you had. We had like 10 people and everything, 10, 12 people there. But for some reason, even though I don't have issues talking in front of people, for some reason I got nervous because it's like, oh gosh, my writing process. I have to take this serious and everything, and I think of what am I doing? How am I supposed to promote that and everything? Which is, I would still say I'm very early indie because I don't know hardly a lot compared to everything. So it's just like, okay, it's an in learning process, trying to build yourself up. But man, those who do these events, simulators, people who do that like every week and everything, good that you're able to do it because it was a struggle for me. So I sold two books. Someone bought like one of each. So hopefully they read them, enjoy them. But I learned a lot, and I know that for my future time when I do that again, don't get lost and don't get. maybe don't get so much in my head because I get stuck on something and then I get tracked with that and then I don't move on to anything else. And I think that's an issue that I do sometimes. So, alrighty. Well, this is a little update video about writing and everything. As far as the third book, I'm going to try to shoot April. I got to get done April. Hopefully it comes out in April. We'll see. Just as quick as I can get it done. Hopefully. At most May, but hopefully it'll be beforehand. And after that will be my mystery book, unrelated to this series. After that, and then I'll get to working on part 4 for this, because part 4 is going to be a doozy because it has all 3 of these things together. What do you mean by that? Well, you just have to read and know what I'm saying. It's just a little update video. I just want to tell everyone how I'm doing and the experience I had the other day. For all you other indie authors who check this out and do something, you're going to mess up. You're going to stumble over your words. You're going to do things, but just talk to people and everything, because it's better than nothing. And you get to get that experience of trying it out. That was my first time doing it, and I was like, ugh. All right, well, thank you for watching. I pray you have the best luck and everything. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.